In this video, we are going to be reviewing an email copy that I received from Kelly Milligan. This is another copywriter that I subscribe to his email list, Kelly Milligan. And we have after analyzing the email, I realized that the copy framework used here is what we call hook story upper. Hook story upper. Then we go through it. We have the hook, the subject line. The hook starts from the subject line. This is the worst piece of copy I have ever read. This is the worst piece of copy I have ever read. Now, this is a very strong hook that will make anyone that actually received this email into wanting to open this email and read what the email contains. So this is a very strong hook. This is the worst piece of copy I have ever read. And then let's go into the body of this email. This is the worst piece of copy I have ever read, in quotation. Now it's still reiterating the subject line, continuing with what is on the subject line. That's what my coffee chief blotted out after I submitted my first promo to him. Don't tell anybody, I said. I was afraid and ashamed. I didn't want anybody to know I couldn't write good copy. So I promised him I will fix it. That's when I knew I needed some sort of system to make sure I was on the right track so that this will never happen again. Because every time I started to sit down for a new project, I felt like I had no clue where or how to start. I didn't know what to do when faced with a blank page. I hated it. And I did not want to hear those biting words ever again. So I set out to look for patterns in all successful promotions I had access to. Whether it was an email, a sales page, an order form, it didn't matter. I wanted to know what was supposed to go where and why. That way, every time I sat down to write, I could be sure to crank out good, high-quality copy without the dread or fear of hearing those words ever again. I recorded the patterns that regularly appeared in all of the most successful promos on earth. Frankly, the result shocked me. After analyzing hundreds of blockbuster promotions, not only did I discover a system of frameworks and shortcuts that I could use to generate $7.1 million and become my copy chief's shining prestige. But the system was so easy and accessible that I could then go on to teach it to others and watch their promotions rake in millions as well. It didn't matter who they were. Their background or experience didn't matter. Alright. Okay, we go on. Their background or experience didn't matter. A Dissect truck driving manager who had never written a promotion before, an intern just out of college, or struggling copywriters without a single successful sales pitch under their belt. After they learned how to follow the system I discovered, within their first few months, they all generated over 7 figures in sales with ease. As a member of the copy squad, alright, so we have seen the hook, and this is the story part. Basically, this is the story part, starting from, this is the worst piece of copy I've ever read. Dan is telling us a story of his journey into copywriting, how his copy chief was not impressed with the first copy he wrote, and how he went on in search of a system that he's going to strictly abide by to create a very impressive copy. So, okay, so we go on. As a member of copy squad lead, you get access to the same systems and frameworks me and my team used to generate over $50 million in a single year, plus access to feedback directly from me and my coffee team. Click here to check out Copy Squad Lead and join. So this is the upper part. So we have seen the hook, and then we have read his story of how his first copy was very unimpressive, and how he discovered a system that anyone could replicate to create a very good copy. So now he's trying to make me an offer to join a copy squad lead where I can get access to systems and frameworks he and his team used to generate over $50 million in a single year. We lost access to feedback directly from his team. And then he's making me an offer to click here, to make a click, to take an action, a CTA, call to action, to click a particular link for me to be able to join this particular copy squad later. So this is the framework used here is what we call the hook, story, upper. Hook, story, upper. And then we have some element of copywriting within it also. Especially I highlighted some of the emotions that was used because this Kelly, what is his name again? Kelly Milligan. Kelly Milligan actually published a book called the Take Their Money. I'm actually studying this book, Take Their Money, a very good book on copywriting. Actually, he highlighted some emotions that are very very necessary in the copywriting. That if you're writing a copy, you should try to employ these emotions to make your copy become successful. Now, these are some of the emotions, and these emotions are they have an acronym called NESB. NESB: new, easy, safe, and big. And then they have the what he described in the book, their alter ego. So aside from the emotions, and then a more powerful version of these particular emotions called the emotions alter ego. So we have the new. For the alter ego for new is only, and then we have easy for easy. The alter ego for easy is anybody, and then we have the safe, and the alter ego for safe is predictable, and then the alter ego for the big emotion is fast. So in this framework, he employs some of these emotions. You can see them. Not only did I discover a system. So when he discovers something, so that's something that he discovered. That means it was not in existence before. So that make it what? New. It is a new something that no one has seen before. No one has used before. So it is new. So not only did I discover, so he discovered something. That means he's trying to employ the new emotion in this particular line. Not only did I discover a system of frameworks and shortcuts that I could use to generate $7.1 million. So this also emotion is employing the big emotion, because $7.1 million is a huge sum of money. $7.1 million, and because my copy is cheap, shining for a teach. But the system was so easy. So here is using the easy emotion, telling whosoever is reading this email that it is easy, you can do it also. Easy and accessible, that I could then go on to teach it to others and watch as their promotion rake in millions as well. So also we have another emotions here, predictable, the alter ego of the self emotion, because others have made use of this system and it has made them become successful. They have been able to have their promotions rake in millions. So it is predictable, meaning that anybody that uses the system is also going to be successful, just as these people use the system and were successful. It didn't matter who they were. Their background or experience didn't matter. A Dissect truck driving manager who had never written a promotion before, an intern just out of college, or struggling copywriters without a single successful sales page under their belt. This is the use of the anybody emotion. It means basically anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. Anybody can make use of this system to come up with a very successful copy that will rake in millions as well. And they learn how to follow the system I discovered. Within their first few months, they all generated over 7 figures in sales with ease. So this is the use of the predictable emotion. Others have done it, have been making use of the system that he discovered, and they were successful. They were able to generate over 7 figures in sales with ease. So this is all about this particular copy and how I broke it down to identify the element of the copy framework that was used and the emotions that were employed in this particular piece of email copy.